Little after 9 o'clock in the evening on a Tuesday, I just got back from a ham radio meeting. That's how come I wore my NW6G hat. There were two people that I remembered from the club. One was a guy named Jason. Him and his dad especially, we used to send a lot of Morse code together. And then there's another guy named Paul. I seen him several years ago down in Yuma at the ham convention down there. But those are the only two people I knew. But dig this. I have been using the repeater to talk to some people that I know, and they said, "Oh, we've heard you on the repeater. We know who you are and stuff. You're at Bethel." I said, "Yes, I am." Is that amazing? But anyway, a guy did a presentation on field day. That's where ham radio operators go out and do portable work and see how many contacts they make. Well, they got 500 contacts, they said. In a 24-hour span. Not bad, huh? I've made more. But anyway, after the presentation all done, everything else, they was asking questions and answers. So I raised my hand and said, yes. I said, how many CW contacts did you make? Unfortunately, none. None of us are CW able. We'd like to learn CW, but we just aren't doing that. So anyway, I just had to ask that question, being an old Morse code guy myself. So after the meeting, this guy that made the presentation came up to me and said, would you be interested in teaching CW? And I said, well, maybe. He says, well, I talked to some of the people here that probably knew you, and they said that you used to teach CW here in that club in the 80s and stuff. I said, yes, I did. He says, well, think about it, because there are some people here in the club that might be interested in it. So what do you think? I'll have to think about it. With my macular degeneration and everything else, I don't know how much longer I'm going to see and be able to drive. And do I want to start teaching again? I'm 76 years old. I'll think about it. So that's the update, latest and greatest. Got some advice there on learn CW. How about that? Not everybody's saying, but it's my thing. Oh, they was bragging. One guy put 4 lithium-ion batteries together, and they got, I think, 120 amp hours. He said they ran a whole radio at 100 watts, had a computer there for the logging program, lights, this, that, or whatever. After the break, I also told this gentleman that, well, I had 400 amp hours in my RV, and I hardly ever use more than 20 watts using Morse code. He said, interesting. So he said, we'll talk. But anyway, different strokes for different folks. So that's the way it is. Again, Morse code is not for everybody, but it used to be a requirement. But it's not anymore. They dropped that requirement in 1990, I think it was, or something like that. But hey, that's okay. Introduce a bunch of new hams to the community. They could buy new radios. You know what? You get my drift. But anyway, no. They claiming that those old farts were just dying off, and nobody's using CW anyway. That's another point I made. They saying, one gentleman said, well, there's no Morse code. There's no Morse code out there. I said, excuse me, sir. You listen in the mornings on 40 and 80 meters. Down on the bottom portion of the band, and CW is very active. People running between 20 and 25 words a minute all the time down there. Oh, so again, What can I say? Just my thing. Report. Got my electric blanket going. Feels good in my legs. It is cold outside. That wind is blowing, and chill factor. But anyway, nice to be back in the home. See you later.